Yo, what is up, you sexy ass motherfuckers? Welcome back to yet another Total War League Siege battle. This is going to be part 2 of the Wolfgang versus RiceEnjoyers matchup. If you guys have not yet seen part 1, make sure to check it out. I will try to leave it down in the description below, and if I remember, maybe I'll use that fancy YouTube button clicky thing that you can pop up on the screen for you guys, so you guys can just go ahead and click it, because I know that I don't want to move, and I don't want to switch the video if I don't have to. So, ultimately, if you guys have seen the first video, great. Make sure you guys sit back, relax, grab yourself something to drink, something to eat, go jerk off a quick one, call your grandmother and tell her that you love her, preferably not while you're jerking off a quick one. Do whatever you guys gotta do, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, as always, we have to start with the compositions of the attackers. It's just tradition at this point. In this battle, it is going to be Wolfgang on the attack versus the RiceEnjoyers, which are going to be on the defense. On the attack, Wolfgang has chosen to bring in Nervii and Macedon. Nervii is going to be bringing a heavy Oathsworn span comp. We've got 5 Oathsworn. We've got four, if I can count. Wait, is that 5? No. That's 6 Oathsworn, 4 units of Celtic Warriors, and 2 units of Levy Freemen. And then I'm sure that they brought their 4 archers, but they have this sneaky, breaky little type of deal, so you know that they're hidden somewhere. And those are the luckiest fucking hillmen in the world that just hit the little barricade thing, or toilet, that was right in front of them, instead of actually hitting the hillmen with fiery balls of justice. I'm sure they will fall from both Pila, sword, and axe abilities here sooner rather than later, but as far as fiery balls of justice goes, those hillmen are extremely lucky. Looking over at the next composition, we've got Macedon. Excuse me, guys, sorry. We got Macedon bringing, as I just start dying, sorry about that, guys. We've got Macedon bringing a Greek giant ballista. We've got 2 units of Theros spears. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of thorax swords, and we've got a companion cavalry general, a very, very powerful general indeed. And man, with that direct sunlight going in and casting that shadow, holy smokes, these guys look absolutely stunning. Just look at them. You cannot go wrong. And of course, you've got some mercenary Cretan archers, as well as a unit of mercenary Rhodian slingers, and 1 unit of militia hoplites preparing to push up equipment and trying to do whatever they can to defend against any opponent's cavalry. Looking over at the RiceEnjoyers on the defense, they are going to be playing as Armenia. As you can see, they have their general already on the outside, prepared for bloodshed, ready to go in and strike at a moment's notice. They're going to go ahead and be bringing some royal cataphracts. We've got Cardii axemen, of course. You can't have an Armenia faction without Cardii axemen. We've got Eastern archers, probably some regular axemen in here somewhere, and some hillmen. I'm trying to see if I see any other special stuff in here that you don't usually see, but looks like you're going to have a pretty typical Armenia army. Man, guys, I'm sorry I just keep dying during this video. Looking over at our last faction. Why can't I remember the name of this faction? RDI, there we go. RDI. RDI is going to be bringing some slave slingers. We've got Illyrian noble hoplites, Illyrian Thereos spears, lots and lots of them. Going to have a lot of throwing capability, and a lot of just a ton of throwing capability, and heavily armored units, bringing a couple extra noble hoplites. Very, very interesting choice. This is going to be a very tough defense to crack for the attackers. Nervii has brought a lot of elite troops, and of course we have a lot of mid-tier troops from Macedon as well, and overall a very powerful force. They do have the archer advantage because they have the mercenary Cretan archers, as well as the Gallic archers versus Eastern archers and slave slingers and slave javelinmen, but of course the defenders do have the defensive bonus, and this hill causes for some extreme devastation, especially when it comes to slinger forces. So we shall sit back, relax, and see exactly what's going to happen. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here right now, and then I will see you guys in a moment once the combat really starts to start. All right, guys, it looks like we are going to go ahead and have our first engagement here, starting off with a unit of Thorax Swordsman moving inside of the walls. You guys did not miss much, just a little bit of a teasing. The general over here moving back and forth, back and forth. The Rhodian Slingers doing what they can to try and weaken the general and hopefully take out the general. But let's look at these Thorax Swordsmen charging into the Hillmen. The Pajam boys in the pajamas with the moon shields, fighting valiantly, trying to hold back this dangerous force, but they will not be able to hold for long. But that is why they have allies nearby, and so now the Thorax Swordsmen pour in. We've got 4 units of Thorax Swordsmen in the settlement now. We've got Slingers over on the hill starting to fire down into the Thorax Swordsmen as well, but we got these guys starting to charge into some more of the Hillmen. We got a unit of regular Axemen charging in to be able to try and start supporting that unit of Hillmen. That is now breaking against the might of the Thorax Swordsman. We've got 2 Thorax Swordsmen engaged with a unit of mercenary Celtic warriors. The attackers doing a great job of utilizing their mercenary Cretan archers to try and get some great flanking fire on some of these Illyrian Theros spears, trying to take them out before they can use those Pila against them. Because those Pila can do so much damage, and they are absolutely melting them. So now the Pila users are just going to try to throw as much Pila into the fray as they possibly can. We got a gap utilized by a unit of Celtic warriors going into this unit of slave javelin men, being able to charge into them before they can use too much of their ammo. I don't know if they'll be able to fully take them out, but that is a fantastic move, stopping them from being able to fire in. Keep moving in. You've got this gap. Keep moving more and more troops in. We've got more Thorax Swordsmen moving in. We've got the Oathsworn moving in close as well. The general is just sitting back and biding his time. Up here, we have a fantastic position from the Slingers. Oh my god, that is a screenshot. That is beautiful. But the Slingers are just firing into everything that they can see, currently firing into the Celtic warriors because they are more lightly armored than the Thorax Swordsmen, trying to help support their allies, break those Celtic warriors before they can move too far into the settlement. And as we can see, we now have some Cardii Axemen. I'm sorry, Cartly. I don't know why I always call them Cardii. Cartly Axemen charging into the fray, charging into the Celtic warriors that have 61 kills, completely shattering them, and now not even missing a beat, charging into this unit of Thorax Swordsmen to be able to keep them from being able to throw their javelin capabilities. They are stationed there to be able to try and capture this tower, so that way it'll stop firing into their own troops, but the Cardii Axemen are going to move in and keep it neutral. And we've even got some elite armored, highly armored Illyrian noble hoplites. Guys, let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite hoplite unit in the game? And if all I see is Sparta, I'm going to be disappointed, because there are a lot of really cool looking hoplites. It doesn't, not necessarily for just the stats, but just based around how they look. This Thorax Swordsman got absolutely melted by both archers and the Cardii Axemen, getting 61 kills so far. We've got a unit of Celtic warriors coming in to be able to engage with the Cardii Axemen. As of right now, the tower is still neutral, but if the Cardii Axemen can successfully push back these Celtic warriors, along with the support of all of this archer fire coming down into the fray, the Eastern archers just firing away, they should be able to retake this tower and allow it to be able to start shooting again. The attackers are doing an amazing job of using their Greek Giant Ballista to the best of their ability with 173 kills, and that's with already destroying that breach point. Utilizing all of their ammo. I think they just ran out of ammo, but they ended with 173 kills, which is fantastic. Now we got the Thorax Swordsmen still doing what they can to be able to push into the fray and try and get inside of the city, but the Axemen, the Cardii Axemen, all of the volleys, all of the fire, all of the slinger capabilities and archer capabilities are doing a fantastic job of just mowing them down and keeping them back. We've even got some Thorax Swordsmen starting to fall back, allowing their more weakened Thorax Swordsmen that had charged in initially to be able to take the brunt of this attack, so that way they might be able to utilize their javelin capabilities and take out some units from the side, and they are just being focused down by these slingers. Looking over at the slinger kills, we've got 50 kills with this one and 17 kills with these slingers so far, just pelting as many rocks into these armored troops as they possibly can, now facing their shields towards the slingers. The slingers are not going to let up. They are slave slingers, so they are meant to just be able to try and utilize all of their ammo before ultimately they fall. Over here, we got the Thorax Swordsman now being supported by the more fresh unit of Thorax Swordsmen of Macedon being swapped being swapped with this more fresh unit, and as the Illyrian Noble Hoplites start to retreat, they're going to go ahead and take a little bit more damage as well from these Thorax Swordsmen. I'm hoping these depleted Thorax Swordsmen with 177 kills. Yep, they do still have Javelin ammo, so they're going to go ahead and fall back and try to utilize all of their Javelin capabilities into these heavily armored Illyrian Noble Hoplites and try to get as many kills as they possibly can. The Cardiac Axemen over here with 92 men remaining, 145 kills, still fighting valiantly. Apparently, they have successfully pushed past that Celtic Warrior and are now engaged with this unit of Thorax Swordsmen, and they have regained control of that tower, and now the tower is going to wreak havoc on any troops that wish to fuck with them. Now we even have a lot of the Oathsworn, not a lot of them, I'm sorry, there's 2 units of fresh Celtic Warriors moved in as well, but we've got a unit of Oathsworn, the elite units of the attackers starting to move into the fray to fight against these Cardiac Axemen. These Cretan archers are still trying to do whatever they can to be able to fire into the sides, into the flank, and get as many kills as they possibly can against these troops on the front lines, but they just seem to be endless, continuously pouring in. We've got even more Cardiac Axemen in the flank, and more Illyrian Noble Hoplites in the flank as well, ready to move in at a moment's notice and plug any gaps that should appear. Over here, the Celtic Warriors are starting to break some of these Illyrian Thoreo Spears with the combined might of the Thorax Swordsmen. If they can break this, they can start moving into these Noble Hoplites and continue to push into the city and give their troops a little more breathing room, making it a little bit easier for them to be able to take this settlement. And man, that Slinger Fire just does not stop. Holy smokes, 29 kills, 76 kills. It just seems like they have an endless amount of rounds, and it just does not stop. It is the medieval machine gun fire of this time, continuously going into these Oathsworn, and continuously going into the Thorax Swordsmen and Celtic Warriors, just getting so many kills. Great position by the defenders. We've got the not the Eastern Archers, but the Illyrian Thero Spears actually getting a great flanking shot, a flanky-panky, as we might say, on these Thorax Swordsmen, getting absolutely melted by those javelin throws and by the Slinger Fire. They only have 26 men remaining, and they are not going to be long for this world. Now the fire is going to be turned onto the sword side and flanking side of these Oathsworn with 100... I can't see it because of the Celtic Warriors. Come on, Oathsworn. There we go. With 119 men remaining, they are taking a lot of damage, but they're trying to do whatever they can to be able to take out these elite Cardiac Axemen, which are just meat destroyers. Oh my goodness, they are butchers on the battlefield. They can just get so many kills. We've got a lot of fire coming in from these Gallic Hunters as well, but it looks like we got a little bit of friendly fire going into some of these Oathsworn, so they got to be careful about that. We've got the defenders moving more and more troops up. We've got 2 more units of Cardiac Axemen, another unit of Illyrian Thero Spears, and looking at their reserves, they still have a lot of troops left. We've got 2 units of Illyrian Thero Spears. We've got 2 units of Noble Hoplites. We've got a unit of Cardiac Axemen, a unit of Slave Slingers that have not used any of their ammo, another Illyrian Thoreo Spears, another 2 Illyrian Thoreo Spears. But yeah, we've got most of Armenia, most of the Axemen up here. Luckily, we haven't missed anything with the General yet. The General was still stationary, and they were focused elsewhere, so they did start getting fired upon by the Mercenary Rodent Slingers, which were able to get 19 kills on them so far. This general has 61 men remaining. He is hidden. I don't know if he's going to fully go back into the settlement. It looks like he might, but he still has 61 men remaining, and especially with the Royal Cataphracts, those 61 men can kill entire armies. Wow, the defenders have actually pushed back the attackers quite a bit here. We've got more and more Oathsworn being pushed into the fray. We've got this unit of Oathsworn still fighting valiantly, actually. They're pretty new. Fighting valiantly against the Illyrian Thero Spears, but still just being peppered by the onslaught that is the Slave Slingers. So far with 125 kills, 71 kills, and the Eastern Archers having 50 kills so far as well. This unit of Eastern Slingers has 19 kills. I'm trying to see. I can't see any more of the archers. There we go. We've got a unit of Eastern Archers with 175 kills. These archers are out of ammo, so now they're moving in and trying to get a little bit of a flank over on some of these Oathsworn to try and do as much damage as possible. And we've got this unit of Axemen with 142 kills, completely surrounding this blob of Oathsworn. This is going to be a heyday for any ranged forces. All of the Thoreo Spears, all of the Slingers, all of the archers need to just focus all of their ammo right here because their opponents are completely clumped up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Oathsworn and a unit of Thorax Swords all clumped up in one area. You cannot miss a single unit if you shoot into this blob. I mean, all rocks, all arrows need to go straight into the blob and just keep on getting as many kills as they possibly can. It looks like the Oathsworn over on this side has actually broken. We've got a couple of units of Cardi Axemen protecting this flank in case Macedon decides to send up his militia hoplites or any additional troops to be able to attack on this flank as well. But it is currently up to the Oathsworn to be able to break through this area. We've got Oathsworn with only 66 men remaining with only 39 kills. That is rough. Oathsworn are 1,300 and something gold, and to be able to and just lose them to a whole bunch of Slinger Fire, Archer Fire, Thero Spear Fire, that's great for the defenders in this case, but for the attackers it is devastating. So they really need to have the rest of these Oathsworn do as much damage as they can, and they are trying. They are certainly trying. Now we've got this unit of Thorax Swordsmen that have most of their unit left in the fray, trying to do whatever they can to be able to support their ally, fighting against the Cardi Axemen. We've got 86 kills, 175, 32, 186, 34. We've even got the Levy Freeman now being peppered down. They are moving in. They are pushing back their opponents, but they are now completely surrounded, and they're going to get charged by 2 units of Cardi Axemen and just get absolutely decimated. Wow. Holy smokes, these poor guys. These poor bastards. I am honestly surprised that they have not broken yet, but now they are wavering. We've got a lot of Archer Fire still going into as many troops as they can possibly find. This is a great target for Archer Fire. These Cardi Axemen are showing their axe side, showing their flank, and the Archers are making them pay for it. The Levy Freeman charged in, and they may have fallen, but they did give the Archers an opportunity to be able to rack up a decent amount of kills on a really good unit. The Oathsworn, let's look at how they're doing. We've got that unit of 53 Oathsworn remaining, only with 53 kills. Unit of 131 Oathsworn remaining with 124 kills. We've got a unit of 44 Oathsworn with 87 kills. That is rough. Now we've got a unit of Militia Hoplites starting to go into the fray and just try and support their troops as much as possible. We've got the unbreaking line of Noble Hoplites, Thero Spears, Cardi Axemen, anybody that this settlement can provide is inside of the front line. Every man, woman, and child is on the front line trying to hold back these troops and keep them from taking what they believe to be rightfully theirs. Macedon and Nervii will not give up, though. These Thorax Swordsmen with 94 men remaining. We've got this Oathsworn with 100 men remaining, doing whatever they can to try and break through these forces. These Cardi Axemen breaking with 31 men remaining. We got the Illyrian Thero Spears with 97 men remaining, breaking, not breaking, but falling quickly against the combined might of such just destructive forces. Over here, we've got a unit of 41 Oathsworn remaining with 61 kills. We've got a unit of 9 Oathsworn with 125 kills. It is a sad sight to see, ladies and gentlemen. Today, those Oathsworn, the elite of the Celtics, are just getting butchered by the sheer amount of ranged fire that is going into them. The Cardi Axemen are beginning to fall. There's 22 men remaining. This unit of Oathsworn has 20 men remaining, just trying to do whatever they can to be able to continue to get kills. Now we've got the Nervii General starting to move into the fray. A fresh unit of Oathsworn is now going to just start being focused down, and somehow these guys still have ammo. These Slave Slingers are out with 125 kills. These guys are out with 140 kills. These Archers have 6 kills so far. These Archers have 106 kills, and it looks like they are out of ammo. These Eastern Slingers have 125 kills, still with ammo left. And wow, man, those ranged troops are getting the most bang for their buck. These Slave Slingers have 30 kills so far as well. And this General is getting absolutely focused down. 45 kills, 24 men remaining. He is completely surrounded, and he is going to fall here in the next couple of seconds. We've got a unit of Thoreo Spears that has not used their army in the fray, in square formation, just trying to keep these guys back and allow their ranged units to try and rack up as many kills as possible. We've got the Mercenary Cretan Archers with 177 kills, 80 kills on these guys, 89, 64, 83. It looks like a lot of these ranged forces are actually out of ammo. Now they're moving in to try and flank these Illyrian Noble Hoplites, try to break them as quickly as possible, so that way they can move on to their next target. We've still got Cardi Axemen, relatively fresh, 134 kills and 57 kills. They are starting to move outside of the settlement. to be able to try and do as much damage as possible. I'm honestly surprised the Royal Cataphracts are going this way. I mean, they could utilize this gap that the attackers have made down here in the wall, but I would have almost sent them outside of the gate, moved around, and just started to engage with any of the forces over here. I guess the general still has their full unit of companion cavalry with 80 men remaining, so that is kind of rough. But it still could have been pretty good. Could have potentially gotten a lot of archer kills. I know all of these archers are out of ammo, so these Cardiac Axemen are going to rack up kills like crazy. We got the Thoreo Spears actually starting to break this unit of Cardiac Axemen with 18 men remaining, 105 kills. We got these Eastern Slingers. Are they out of ammo? I don't know. I can't tell. No, maybe? No, because they just have their fist out, so I can only assume that they still have ammo. They're going to go ahead and move back onto the walls now that they've retaken the walls and try and focus all of their ammo down on whatever targets that they possibly can, not wanting to risk this battle at all. Now we've got these Gallic Hunters that are out of ammo starting to fall back, reform, not wanting to send in all of their troops at once, just trying to utilize all of this ammo to the best of their ability because they do still have some ammo, the Mercenary Rodent Slingers do, and some of the Thoreo Spears also have ammo still as well. These Thoreo Spears are still somehow inside of the settlement with 51 men remaining. We've got a lot of ammo actually being thrown directly into these Rhodian Slingers. We've got a unit of Eastern Slingers firing into them. We've got Illyrian Thoreo Spears. We've got Eastern Archers. Just a little bit of everything throwing right into these guys, trying to get rid of them because they know if there are units that still have ammo, they are still potentially a threat. So they definitely need to get rid of those Slingers so that way they don't force any breakage within their lines. Over here, we have the Companion Cavalry frantically trying to issue orders wherever he can, trying to reform his men, and still trying to achieve victory in this battle. We've got the Thoreo Spears, having thrown a lot of their spears. I don't know if they still have ammo. They did get caught out by whatever the remnants of this unit of Illyrian Thoreo Spears, and we've got a mass break. All of the archers are starting to break. The Thoreo Spears are starting to break. The general's just going to go ahead and charge into some of these Cardiac Axemen and trying to get as many kills as he possibly can. We've got a Cretan Archer over here wavering now as well, but before was not wavering, and now it is just up to the general, just up to the Companion Cavalry. Is he going to continue to fight, or is he going to run with the rest of his men, get out of here, and seek glory at a different time? It looks like he is just going to go ahead and get the hell out of Dodge, and I do not blame him. And that is going to be the end of the battle, with the RiceEnjoyers winning on the defense against Wolfgang. What a battle, guys. Well done by the RiceEnjoyers. Great army compositions from all teams. We got the Cretan Archers actually valiantly charging back into the fight with their Dowler Store daggers out and ready to go. Still love that saying from Boobini. He will be down in the description below. He is an amazing YouTuber. If you guys haven't checked him out, make sure to do so. But yeah, we've got the archers charging in. Now they're going to retreat because they realize that they cannot win, and that is going to be the end of the battle. Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at some of the kills here. We've got Titled Some playing as Armenia. We've got Nice Rice playing as RDI, Boss Prophet playing as Macedon, and Nella playing as Nervii. We've got the top kills being Titled Some with 1911. We've got second most kills with 1925. Third with, or I'm sorry, 1625. Third with 1624. One kill off from tying. And then fourth with 1295. Looking at the kills of Titled Some, we've got 175, 106, 107, 211, 146, 105, 178, 117, 311, 161. Boss Prophet 138, 180, 173, 129, 182, 149. And then we've got Nice Rice over here, 272 with those noble hoplites. Wow. Well done with those guys. 210. We've got 125, 140, 127, and 126. And last but certainly not least, we've got Nella over here repping with the 182, 130, 159. Guys, thank you guys so much again for watching this battle. If you want to watch some more amazing content from the other content creators covering the battles during Season 7 of Total War League, then make sure to check out the links down in the description below. Again, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you love this video, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you sexy ass motherfuckers in the next one. Peace.